Krye diplomatët e Kosovës e Serbisë janë përplasur në takimin e Këshillit të Sigurimit të Kombeve të Bashkuara, ku po diskutohet për raportin 6 mënor të sekretarit të përgjithshëm të OKB-s Antonio Gutierrez për misionin e OKB-s në Kosovë. Ministri i Jashtëm i Serbisë, Marko Đurić, tha se serbët e Kosovës po diskriminohen dhe po shtypen nga autoritetet e Kosovës. Por këto akuza u hodhën poshtë menjëherë nga krye diplomatja e Kosovës Donika Gërvalla. Gërvalla mbrojti veprimet e qeverisë së Kosovës në veriun e banuar me shumicë serbe, që komuniteti ndërkombëtar i ka cilësuar si veprime të njëanshme. Ajo tha se nuk do t'ju besojë pretendimeve të Đurić se serbët në Kosovë nuk kanë qasje në shëndetësi, arsim dhe llogari bankare. Realiteti është i qartë, përfundimisht qytetarët po marrin frymëgirisht dhe pa frikë nga bandat kriminale, tha ajo. Đurić u ankua se serbët po përballen me diskriminim, dhunë dhe shtypje, duke përmendur disa nga vendimet e fundit të qeverisë së Kosovës, sikurse ndalimi i përdorimit të dinarit serb për pagesa me para të gatshme, dulja degëve të postës së Serbisë dhe komunave që po punonin sipas sistemit serb. Ai tha se Serbia e qëndron me serbët në Kosovë dhe kërkoi nga komuniteti ndërkombëtar që të reagojë. Koha për veprimet vendimtare është tani. Veprimet e Prishtinës vazhdon të minojnë stabilitetin, shkelin të drejtat të njeriu dhe injorojnë marrëveshjet ndërkombëtare. Na duhen pasojat e qarta. Duhet të vendosim sanksione ndaj administratës së kryeministrit të Kosovës Albin Kurti dhe duhet zero tolerancë ndaj veprimeve të tjera të njëanshme që nxisin konflikte dhe tensione. Shefja e misionit të OKB-s në Kosovë, UNMIK, Karolin Zjate, përmendi shqetësimet e shprehura nga sektori civil serb, banorët dhe partitë politike lidhur me vendimet për mbylljen e institucioneve në veri, që vepronin sipas sistemit serb, për ndikimin që kanë në jetën e tyre. Mbyllja degëve të postës së Serbisë dhe zyrave komunale që udhëhiqen nga ana e Serbisë kanë kufizuar qasjen e tyre në shërbimet kyçe, në veçanti sa i përket komunitetit serb në Kosovë, tha ajo. Ministri i Jashtëm i Serbisë, Đurić, po ashtu kërkoi që Kosova të themelojë menjëherë asociacionin e komunave me shumicë serbe në Kosovë, që tha se do të garantonte të drejtat e serbëve. Đurić po ashtu tha se Kosova nuk do të themelojë këtë asociacion, që tha se nuk është opsion për obligim nga dialogu i Brukselit. Por Gërvalla tha se presidenti i Serbisë Aleksandar Vučić nuk është i interesuar që asociacioni të lehtësojë jetën e serbëve në Kosovë. Për të, asociacioni nuk është vegël për të lehtësuar jetën e qytetarëve, është opsion për të coptuar një vend të territorit tonë, sikurse presidenti rus Vladimir Putin me Ukrainën. Vučić nuk do asgjë më pak se sa zhdukja e Kosovës, tha ajo. Gërvalla tha se Serbia nuk është e interesuar për dialog, duke akuzuar Beogradin për bllokim të procesit. Ajo po ashtu foli për sulmin armatosur ndaj policisë së Kosovës më 24 shtator të vitit 2023 në Banjsk të Zveçanit. Ajo tha se ky ishte vetëm tentimi i parë, siç tha ai Serbisë ndaj Kosovës, duke paralajmëruar se Vučić po përgatitet për më shumë. Sulmi i Serbisë 24 shtatorit të vitit të kaluar u planifikua si invazion ushtarak dhe aneksimi i një shteti paqësor që ka mira trupat të NATO-s. Për ta bërë të qartë, ai ishte sulmi i parë i aleancës së Putinit kundër një shteti me prani të NATO-s. Është test për perëndimin, test për më shumë, dhe Vučić e Putin nuk po ishin dorë, prandaj fillimisht na duhet parandalimi, e më pas dialogu. Vetëm me parandalim, paqja dhe siguria mund të jetë e sigurt, tha ajo. Kosova fajson Serbinë për sulmin e Banjsk, por Beogradi mohon se ka gisht në të. Përgjegjësinë për sulmin e ka marrë Mila Radojčić, ish kryetari i listës serbe, partisë kryesore të serbëve të Kosovës që gëzon mbështetjen e Beogradit. Ndaj tij dhe 10 serbëve të tjerë, autoritetet në Kosovë kanë ngritur akt akuzë. Gërvalla tha se Kosova kërkon ekstradimin e Radojčić nga Serbia.
Citizens of Kosovo would not have access to health care, to bank account or to local services. The reality is we have many Serb citizens in the northern municipalities of the Republic of Kosovo gladly telling us that they finally can breathe freely, without fear, and that they can, for example, get finally their children registered in the municipality after many years. You surely know what you would imagine that China, United States, Slovenia, or Japan, or Switzerland would accept any foreign personal documents for their own citizens issued by a foreign country in a local municipality on the own territory, let alone that this illegal Serbian rule over territory and the illegal Serbian institutions to constitute a more than a decade-long blatant violation of the 2013 Brussels Agreement, just one among the many Serbia is violating for the whole time. Parallel illegal structures before would not just not issue the necessary papers, offer only illegal ones from Serbia. That was systematic, that was illegal, and it was a clear discrimination by a foreign power, and we liberated our citizens from that oppression. After we established the rule of law, finally, the cry fall, and they lie about alleged discrimination. Look at this pamphlet from Serbia that I believe every one of the members of the Security Council has get in the last days. Here is what every one of these statements is simply wrong, because it treats Kosovo as being part of Serbia, what it is not. I use this occasion to showcase only one example, but there are many of them. It shall impress you by presenting an overview of, in reality, non-existing discrimination of citizens of Kosovo. One of these elements, not one single one, is true. They are all false. We establish something new, that is very precious for the citizens in the north, and that is normalcy. Fight against crime, the rule of law instead the rule of crime gangs sponsored by Belgrade. Normal municipal services instead of misuse of public funds. We just established what your established democratic countries are offering to their citizens: responsible and transparent public service. We will continue to protect our citizens and to widen the services they deserve, and which they have missed for so many years. Not only the people in Kosovo are fed up with the continuous Serbian lies. For a reason, Vučić is losing influence among Serbian citizens of the Republic of Kosovo. If they do not believe the lies and the propaganda, no one should. But that is only one aspect. Madam President, we need to talk about the danger that some are afraid to mention. We need to talk even about war, how to prevent a next war in Europe, of which some say Putin could target the Balkans next. Putin's proxy Vučić is protecting the terrorists who led the paramilitary attack of Serbia against the Republic of Kosovo on September 24th last year. Their leader, Radojčić, one of the most brutal and richest people in Serbia, not rich by inheriting wealth from his parents, but by crime, was involved in escorting and even killings of Serbian citizens of Kosovo. Kosovo wants him extradited. He is responsible for the killing of our police officer and national hero, the Sergeant Afrim Bunjaku. This Mr. Đurić knows him well from his years as Vučić's right hand in his fight against Kosovo in the years 2013-2020. Đurić and Radojčić, the killer, were allies in suppressing decent Serbian citizens who just wanted to live a normal life. Đurić was in charge when Radojčić was involved in killing Kosovar Serb politician Oliver Ivanović. He was gunned down on the street in front of his office. Radojčić is the main suspect in his murder as well. And Đurić was meeting with him again, having a coffee recently in Belgrade with that criminal and terrorist. That shows the type of characters we are dealing with. Who else here is comfortable hanging out with a brutal killer? And because we started in showing photographs and not to leave any space for disinformation, so this is Radojčić, and this is the now Foreign Minister of Serbia, Marko Đurić. Serbia's attack on September 24th last year was planned as a military invasion and annexation of a peaceful country with thousands of NATO troops. to make it clear that was the first attack of the Putin alliance against a country with NATO presence. It's a test for the West, a test for more. And Vučić and Putin are not giving up. Therefore, we need first deterrence, then dialogue, in that order. Only with credible deterrence, peace and security will be safe. Because when Vučić, Đurić, and others in Serbia say dialogue, they don't mean it. They are not interested in dialogue. They are interested in destroying the independent Republic of Kosovo, even by force. Nobody must be fooled. They have proven it, and they will try again. Therefore, Kosovo is thankful to NATO and our allies for increasing their troops in order to deter Serbia from a next aggression. The defense minister of Serbia, who prepared the paramilitary attack on Kosovo for more than a year, got a promotion by Vučić. He is the new Prime Minister of Serbia. EU President von der Leyen rejected to meet him these days because of his active connections with Russia. Vučić also promoted an old friend who is under sanctions by Western countries, but is the messenger between Putin and Vučić, some Mr. Vulin. He is explicitly anti-Western and pro-Russian. He was a close AD of Milosevic and laid flowers just some months ago at the grave of mass murderer Stalin before getting awarded by Putin personally. He is now the Deputy Prime Minister of Serbia. He is just on his trip to Belarus. Mr. Đurić, along with his successor Petković, was among the leaders of the violent attack against US Embassy in Belgrade that set on fire by a violent mob. Now he is Foreign Minister of Serbia. That is the Serbia of 2024. We are not talking about the 90s. We are talking about 2024. And this is just a part of the dark picture. Do not believe these dangerous people a single word you cannot check for yourself. All these developments are most concerning. Vučić is preparing and ready for more. All across Serbia, not only murals of war criminals indented or convicted by UN tribunal can be seen. Also, gigantic murals are surfacing since many months, which announce the Serbian army will return to Kosovo. Such huge murals in such an autocratic country do not appear by chance. Ever more experts are warning that Serbia is resembling the fascist Serbia of the 90s. Serbia has become the biggest threat to peace in Europe, right behind Russia. Both Putin and Vučić have a dark legacy, a legacy of aggression and genocide. Both of them need to be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. The problem for Vučić's people is not any association. The real problem is our sheer existence. For them, the association is not at all a tool to ease the lives of citizens. It is just another option for trying to break away a part of our country. Like Putin with Ukraine, Vučić wants nothing short